Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. I do hope you are all well. Just a reminder, if you enjoy this video and or appreciate my work, please smash the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And now, without further ado, let's dig in. Remember that television show, Bewitched? One of the key characters was a nosy neighbor named Gladys Kravitz. And Gladys was always peeking out her window, and she knew all the crazy stuff that was going on across the street at Samantha and Darren Stevens' house. In my childhood neighborhood, there were also neighbors who seemed to have eyes on the street at all times. You couldn't get away with squat. Want to leave a mud pie on your neighbor's stoop and ring the doorbell and run away and giggle in the bushes? Don't do it, because there were neighbors, you couldn't see them, but they had eyes on you. Well, guess what? Jenn Soto had neighbors, and some of them had eyes on the condo where Jenn was living with her daughter, Madeline, and two female roommates. And of course, Stephan Sterns also sometimes shacked up there. Well, two of Jenn Soto's neighbors actually are shedding light and adding value to the case by sharing what they saw and what they knew with the cops. Take a listen.
But she doesn't say nothing.
No, she doesn't.
And she always walked with her
Never.
head
I
down.
didn't even know her name.
We didn't even know her name.
Or the
The little girl we knew.
Mm-hmm. Well, we knew from seeing her and
Because
saying
she always
hi
was
to
with her grandpa.
Yeah.
But not lately, because the grandpa moved.
So the neighbors said that Stephan never said anything to them, and Jenn Soto walked with her head down. Now, they did see Madeline from time to time outside, and they did speak to her. Madeline in the past had been out with her grandfather, Juan, who actually owns that condo. But at some point, Juan moved out. I'm not surprised that Stephan Sterns didn't say anything, didn't seem very friendly. The more I learn about Stephan Sterns, I believe he has a antisocial personality disorder. We know he's a pathological liar. His own parents said this. Jenn Soto also said the same thing. I don't think Jenn was particularly friendly either. They said she walked with her head down. I don't know if that was trying to avoid conversation with neighbors or perhaps a lack of self-esteem. One thing I do know is that the relationship between Stephan Sterns and Jenn Soto was highly dysfunctional, and I base this on Jenn telling the police that after she and Stephan broke up, he continued to live with her in the condo, and for 6 months he continued to sleep in her bed in that downstairs master suite because they didn't want to tell Madeline for fear it would affect her as she began the school year. I'm not sure how sincere all of that is. Stephan Sterns obviously didn't really care about Madeline, or he wouldn't have been SAing her from a very young age, and Jenn Soto clearly wasn't making Madeline a priority, especially when we heard her say that the SA stuff wasn't evil, as opposed to the unaliving, which was evil. I think a lot of us would agree that's pretty effed up. It just seems like Jenn and Stephan, by not speaking with the neighbors, were trying to keep things on the down low, stick to themselves. They weren't exactly having barbecues with their neighbors.
And then there's another one upstairs that has a son.
Okay, well, we found one of them at least.
There's another one upstairs that she rents with her son. And her son's about, I'd say 15 years old,
Yeah,
right?
he'd be going to school because
Yeah.
she'd bring him in.
So this couple also noticed that there were two female roommates living in the condo with Jenn and Maddie, and one of them had a son, and we knew that, and they're saying they think he's around 15. I'm sure Jenn and Stephan and company would catch the eye of neighbors because there were so many people living in that condo. The irony, of course, is that everybody living in the condo claims they had no clue about what was going on between Stephan and Madeline. Listen to what the couple say about one of the female roommates, the one with the son.
He'd come in later in the afternoon, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But
And then Juan supposedly owns the place. He used to live there.
So clearly the couple knew the schedules of the various people in the condo. They knew that that one female roommate had this son who went to school and then would come home later in the afternoon. And by the way, I want to make it clear, I don't think they're nosy. I could tell you these same things about my neighbors. I see things during the day and I make assumptions. Oh, that's the child coming home from school. Oh, clearly the father is a police officer because he drives a vehicle from time to time. And I notice these things even though I'm not constantly sitting at the windows looking out. In this next section, the couple talks about the weekend that Maddie celebrated her birthday party. Listen to what they say.
because she took the little dog out for a walk.
Okay.
We don't know exactly when,
But
we don't remember seeing her Monday.
Yes,
And
Monday.
we were here waiting for our friends to come to go to the clubhouse.
Black shorts. Okay.
So they saw Maddie take the dog out that weekend at some point. They said they don't know exactly when that was. They definitely know that they didn't see Maddie on Monday. Thank God for that, because if they had seen her, they would have seen a deceased Maddie propped up by the seatbelt in the front passenger seat of Stephan Sterns' parents' silver Lincoln. I'm glad that they're not early risers. Listen to what else they say about Madeline Soto's grandfather, Juan.
That's the grandpa. But he doesn't live there now. He
Converted his van into a living quarters, and I guess he's traveling the country, so, but.
See, we were here when they moved in.
So apparently Juan had converted a van into living quarters and he was traveling around in this van. In this next part, the couple talks about Maddie and the dog.
And I don't remember her seeing her leave.
Gotcha.
So,
And then, but the day you did see her, was actually acting weird or anything like that, or was she just walking her dog and came back?
No, everything seemed quite normal, and
that's what upsets us, to think that things were going on over there and the poor child.
had to
At least if the stuff on the TV's true, which you can't believe half of it anyways, but I thought, we didn't do nothing or anything, and
No.
but now there's the other lady.
What's interesting is that Madeline, in her behavior, didn't give anything away. Friends at school, teachers at school don't seem to have noticed anything about Madeline, at least that we know of. And according to those roommates, they didn't notice anything. I think Maddie was very good at just being a normal kid to the outside world. And it's also possible that because the essay began at such a young age, she didn't know that there was anything wrong. She maybe didn't realize that this was SA and that this was harmful to her. But she knew enough not to mention it to anyone. So I'm pretty sure Stephan Sterns told her, don't tell anyone. This is our little secret. What breaks my heart is that this couple feels bad that they didn't notice anything. And I would imagine it's traumatic just knowing that that little girl that they'd seen out with the dog was actually unalived in that house. At least that is what is believed at this point. Now in this next section, when they're talking, this is after the house has been searched by the authorities and it's been released so that the roommates can come and take their things out of it.
Help her.
Here's another one that just come.
It just came right now. Is that the mom?
Yeah, right here. This is the other renter.
Oh, it's
Right, she's going in.
the son. That's the one that's got the son, I think.
Yeah, but she hasn't got the son.
I mean, either way, she
Well, he's probably at school.
it's already open now, so it's they already did everything, so they're probably picking up their stuff.
That's the mother that's going with her.
Gotcha, but
Now, when this interview took place, Madeline's body had still not been found. So this is early days right after Maddie was reported missing. Now, in this next part, it's really interesting because the couple is talking about when they saw Stephan Sterns on the weekend of Maddie's birthday party.
when last time we saw the boyfriend? What was it, that Monday, or was it like?
No, we didn't see him Monday, but I did see him on the weekend. On that weekend, before the Monday that the little girl disappeared, he was there. I don't forget if it was Saturday or Sunday, because I walked out to go to my van and he was walking out in front of me, and he went to the white car. The white car.
The white car that the mom drives?
Yes.
You know what kind of car it was?
It's a Ford. I don't know if it's a Nissan or something
White,
like that.
that's all we know.
That's why we didn't really pay attention to it.
But that was Saturday?
That was either Saturday or Sunday. Yes.
Sunday.
So it's interesting that Stephan went to Jenn Soto's car that weekend prior to all of this. But again, they don't know if that was Saturday or Sunday. If we choose to believe Stephan Sterns, he said he arrived on Sunday evening. But I don't know if it's really clear, because in some conversations, I think with his parents, I seem to recall them saying that he may have left on Saturday to head to Kissimmee, Florida, where Madeline lived. We know that Stephan's mother, Deborah, believed that Stephan had gone to the party. He never told her that he wasn't invited. And Deborah sent him with a gift, I believe some earrings that she had purchased but never worn, and she felt that Maddie would like them. And of course, Stephan supposedly didn't have any money, or maybe he did have money, but he wasn't about to spend it on Madeline. No, save it for his vape juice. God forbid Stephan runs out of vape juice. Now, the neighbor makes it sound like he saw Stephan during the daylight hours of either Saturday or Sunday, which goes against what Stephan has said. Listen to how the couple describes Stephan Sterns and Jenn Soto, and compare it to what the couple says about Jenn's father, Juan.
And they're not the friend, like...
We never got to talk.
The grandpa was...
Yeah, we met the grandfather and we kind of conversed with him. In fact, he came in here one day and he helped us with, I think it was the washing machine we had problems with, and he came in and helped us with that. But
she doesn't say nothing.
No, she doesn't.
And she always walked with her
Never. I didn't even know her name.
We didn't even know her name.
Or the
little girl we knew.
Well, we knew from seeing her and
because
saying
she always
hi
was
to
with
her.
her grandpa.
Yeah.
But not lately, because the grandpa moved. We don't know too much.
So Juan is a helpful person. He was willing to head over to their condo and help them out. Again, I do wonder if the reason Jenn and Stephan were so unfriendly is that they had things to hide. They didn't want to get really close to their neighbors. Getting close to the neighbors is a risk when things like SA are going on within the home.
Gotcha. But then Sunday, you know what time it was on Sunday that you might have seen him? Was it dark outside or was it like...
No, it was light. It was during the day.
We don't even know if it could have been Saturday or Sunday. You know, we're not here all the time.
I got you.
And it's just when we're sitting here, you can't help it.
So clearly, Stephan Sterns arrived at Jenn Soto's condo much earlier than he has let on. He was there during the daylight hours. So what was going on? Was he there on Saturday? Was it Sunday? And was he around Madeline before she went to her birthday party? Because again, he wasn't invited. Now listen to what the couple says about the time that they woke up on the Monday when Maddie was placed into Stephan Sterns' vehicle.
Because your window looks out there. That's all. I wish we could help more, but...
But you didn't see him take anything into the car on Saturday or Sunday?
Nope, I didn't see anything going out to the car.
And what time do you guys usually wake up? In the
Around
morning?
8 o'clock. We're usually up around 8 o'clock because we go down for coffee at 9 o'clock at the clubhouse. Except for Sunday. Sunday is closed. But no, if we'd have known about it before, we'd have probably paid more attention. But we didn't know what was going on.
Just from sitting here that you see them passing by, it's not...
Or taking the dog out. Usually we see them taking the dog out. So.
Oh yeah, we see them take the dog out because they come and pee on our grass.
The dog.
Stephan Sterns would have been outside much earlier, around 7:15, 7:30. That's when he was seen dumping things in the condo's dumpsters. It's funny what they say about Jenn's dog peeing on their lawn. I have a neighbor who walks down the street. Here's something I have noticed. And every day he brings his 2 little dogs right up to our mailbox, and the dogs pee on our mailbox. And I've been thinking about leaving a sign out there, maybe suggesting that he pick a different mailbox maybe once in a while. I mean, it's gross that these dogs are peeing on my stucco mailbox. I don't want to have to clean his dog's pee from my mailbox. Pee on the bushes, I don't care, but not the mailbox. Do you think Stephan Sterns might have known their schedule and when they come down for coffee and walk to the community center around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? I mean, I'm pretty sure that Stephan Sterns took Maddie from the condo, placed her in the car while it was still dark outside. He may be a dummy about a lot of other things, but he knew he didn't want to be spotted with the dead body. But of course, he forgot about the security cameras in the condo complex.
But, I mean, there's nothing suspicious that you saw throughout those days, that weekend?
No, nothing suspicious at all.
You didn't see Monday at all throughout the day? The entire day?
No. Monday, no.
Was the car gone all day? Or do you remember the white car,
You know, I don't remember. I know Tuesday when I came home it was gone because you had somebody out there sitting in a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought that was strange. I didn't know it was police. I just thought, well, this is strange. Your car's not here.
Usually the white car parks in either the handicap spots. Like I park in one and she would park in the other. And sometimes it'd be reversed, so.
Most of the time she parked
for
the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wish we could help.
It's too bad.
We feel so bad.
I hope that they find this little girl alive anyways. Gee.
So on that Monday, this couple didn't see or notice anything different or anything that was off.
Yeah. I mean, what you're telling me right now, that's a lot more information than half the people really know around here. Mm-hmm. People that are next door neighbors, they have no idea who they even are.
No, because most of them are renters.
Yes.
Like the ones next door, they just rent. The ones across there rent. The ones back here, there's been nobody in that place except for when we first got. Now we've been coming for 18 years, so we come at the same time for 3.5 months for 18 years.
We've known that little girl.
So we've watched that little girl. That's how we met the grandpa. And we watched that little girl. He taught her how to ride her 2-wheel bicycle, and he used to take her to school.
Yes.
He lived there.
Yes.
So this couple owns their unit and they've been coming there for 18 years. They're to Florida, what we in Arizona call snowbirds. They show up when the weather's nice and they go back to their home country. I suspect this couple is from Canada based on their accent. And they go to Canada when it's too hot and humid in Florida. And that's how they were able to see Madeline at around age 2 with her grandfather Juan, teaching her how to ride a bike. I'm getting some newfound respect for Juan. It sounds like he was a loving grandfather to Maddie and that he spent time with her. He sounds like a friendly person, willing to lend a hand to a neighbor in need.
I mean, anything helps. We're just trying to investigate, trying to make sure everything's fine. But do you guys want to fill out a statement or anything like that?
What?
Like fill out a statement?
Well, we had a oral deposition the other day with a lady policeman.
Well, we told her, we said, we can't specifically remember dates because we don't remember.
Right.
You know, we weren't looking for anything or anything. It was just because they walked across and we don't know. We had a hard time remembering Monday. Then we remember we had a potluck.
We had a potluck on Monday. Tuesday we went out with our landlord's stepfather, which lives in St. Cloud. We took him out for lunch. And other than that, Wednesday, what did we do Wednesday?
Well, I don't know. The police were all here Wednesday, and Tuesday night they were all here.
Yeah.
When I came back from my thing. But we As I say, Monday we didn't see anything, which was kind of unusual because we didn't see her come home from school.
But you said the mom is the one that takes her to school every day.
Yeah.
Mom usually takes her to school and brings her home.
And brings her home.
Does the boyfriend ever take her to school? You know.
We've never seen him take her to school.
No, never seen him take her to school. And that's why we kind of find it funny that that particular day he's supposed to have taken her and dropped her off 2 blocks from school, from what the news says. But no.
No problem.
I can't even
Wish we
believe
could tell you more. But
So Stephan made it sound like he had taken Maddie to school many times. Clearly, that's not the case. This couple said that Jenn Soto took Maddie to school and picked her up. But we know that she didn't do that on Monday. On Monday, it was Stephan taking a deceased Maddie to school.
I mean, if let's say a detective, like a major crimes detective, comes here, are you okay talking to him about what you know?
Yeah, but we don't know much. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, because it's like you know this much, but who knows the little pieces actually.
You can pick out things in there that
if we can help
might
in
help.
any way, we just hope that you find her.
Yes.
And what are your names?
Gerald and Barbara.
All right.
And we're from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Well, you used to come here like us. How long do you guys stay here
3.5 months. But this year we're leaving a little bit earlier because our landlords come. We're leaving on the 20th. And our landlord's coming. Usually we stay till the second week of April.
So I was wrong. They apparently rent that unit from a landlord, but they've been doing it for 18 years. Clearly, the couple was helpful. Clearly, they know a lot about Jenn Soto and Stephan Sterns, at least in terms of their comings and their goings. But they're like collateral damage as well in this case, because I don't think they're ever going to look at that condo where Maddie lived the same way again. Makes me wonder if they'll keep coming to Florida in the winter to get away from the harsh Canadian winters. Let me know what you think in the comments, smash the like button, and I will see you next time on Bed Crime Stories.